Testing, testing. Okay, seems to be on. Hello and good morning to whoever I'm talking to again. It's currently... let me check the time. It's currently 7 in the morning here in London. And yes, I'm actually here in the UK. But to be more exact, I actually arrived here just yesterday, but I didn't get the chance to record anything since, well, it was a bit of a tight schedule. Yeah, it was a tight and busy schedule yesterday, so that's why I didn't get to record anything, and that's why I'm only recording now. And ironically, today is also going to be a very busy day since me and Mark are actually supposed to show the intern the ropes around here when you're working for the IDEG. So, yeah, I also won't be able to record as much as I did back then. So, with that said, I really cannot spare you the teeny tiny details this time, so I'm just gonna summarize everything that's been happening, so I won't waste your time and I won't waste my time. So, about that intern, his name is Mitchell, I think. He's really interested in knowing what the IDEG does. He's also interested in working for JC Jensen. So me and Mark are supposed to show him the ropes today, maybe around like an hour later. So yeah, that's about it. And for the other stuff, where do I start? Okay, let's start with the most important one. We have found a cure to, well, the quote-unquote cure to the absolute solver. Okay, so while this cure may not be able to revert infected workers back to their normal bodies, you know, to be made of completely metal again, this will instead revert their AI, their artificial intelligence, back to what it used to be. So instead of being bloodthirsty and crazy, they're going to go back to thinking like a regular working worker drone. Plus, with memories intact. So that, yes, it's a really big step for us to solving this absolute solver problem. Pun intended. And yeah, that's all the cure really does. It reverts their AI back to normal, and that's pretty much it. Because we don't really know how to turn organic material back into inorganic material, because that's just not how reality works. You can't do something like that. And I'll stop here before I start ranting about how utterly impossible this should be. Okay, anyways, what to think about next? Let me think. Oh, right. Sinkhole portals. How can I even forget? Sinkhole portals are like literal sinkholes with portals in them, and they've started to appear more and more around the world. Where these portals lead to are literally to other planets. Weirdly enough, specifically colonized planets with even more worker drones. Yeah, we don't know why that is, but many speculate it's the Absolute Solver's doing, and it's planning to do something real soon. So that's why everyone is focused on taking the Absolute Solver down at the moment. But this also means a breakthrough through transportation, because, well, there are literal portals around the world connecting planets. The distances between these planets, remind you, are like billions and trillions of miles and kilometers away from each other. And yet, using these portals, you can get to that planet in question in about a second. We don't exactly know how in the world this works. I mean, this shouldn't be possible, but it seems to be, well, it is. Even I'm dumbfounded about it. Well, to be fair, everyone's dumbfounded about it. Oh, I'm getting carried away again. So yeah, single portals. These portals basically connect to different planets, and that's about it. We've also tested this, and they seem to be pretty safe to go through. I've gone through one myself and went to Copper 9, the planet where Alice was repurposed. It was nice to see her again, to say the least. Anyways, back to what I was saying. What was the next big thing? Oh, right. The exact reason why I went to London the first place. So, this special infected worker drone, you know what, let's just call her Nori. Because in her database, we found that her name was set to Nori. So, we don't know by whom, but her name is Nori, so let's just call her that. So, Nori, the special infected worker drone, is far from the normal infected worker drone as you expected already. She's not as bloodthirsty and as crazy as the regulars, and as Mark said, and I even saw myself, she can use telekinesis. But as a side effect, I suppose, she does feel hunger. She gets hungry every few hours, and well, feeding her does the trick. She seems to love PB&Js, like a lot. And I don't blame her for it. PB&Js used to be my most favorite snack as a child. Until now. Anyways, away from the PB&Js, we also found that she has one more bizarre ability. She can literally manifest matter. She can make matter out of nothing. We've literally seen her, like, make a stapler out of nothing. Just a stapler drops onto the floor out of thin air. It was crazy. I even questioned reality for a moment because that shouldn't be possible. You shouldn't be able to manifest matter without nothing. You're literally just using the air to make a stapler. How does that work? Anyways, besides that, uh, she's also the reason why we found this cure for the Absolute Solver. She was cooperative. She was cooperative enough and willing enough to let us go through her database and examine the Absolute Solver that's infecting her. And that's where we found the quote-unquote cure. Actually, we're planning to test it on her by, well, today. And even though she's normal, we still can't be, there's no such thing as too careful. So, yeah, we're testing the cure on her the first thing when we get to the church. Okay, so anything other than that, let me think. Bugs. Literal robotic insects. Robot bugs are appearing not only on Earth, but on other planets as well. And we don't know where they came from, and we don't know what they exactly do. Scientists and robotics engineers are looking into this matter currently, and they're only finding some pretty weird stuff. They act like normal bugs. They're really attracted to light, but ironically, they still vaporize under UV light. So that's kind of weird. And well, yeah, that's literally the only thing we know about them for now. Also, some theorists are theorizing that when the time comes, the Absolute Solver is going to use these things against us. And hopefully, hopefully, it actually doesn't come to that, because these things have a population that is terrifyingly large. Like there are already like maybe thousands of them just popped out of nowhere. So yeah, hopefully. But luckily, yeah, they vaporize under UV light, so it won't be that much of a problem, I guess. Anyways, I think that's it for now. I should go and prepare already. And yeah, actually, I think I'll bring this tape recorder with me and show it to Mitchell. Mark already knows I have this tape recorder since I've shown him it a lot of times now. He's actually used this tape recorder before. But I don't know if there's any recorded messages on this. There doesn't seem to be any. Must have taken the tapes. But yeah, I'm gonna go get dressed and I'm gonna go get prepared, and I'm taking this tape recorder with me when we meet Mitchell. Um, okay, I'll not waste any more time. That's it for now, and goodbye.